We got secrets, but we're going to share them. Welcome. BlackWoman Startup is a movement. It was founded by E.R. Spalding and brought to the forefront to support Black women in business, to be able to help start up their businesses, supplying them with the resources that they need, the support that they needed, and the training and education. So this is the second anniversary here in the month of March of BlackWoman Startup, and it is time for a celebration. This celebration is BlackWoman Confidential. This is all about the secrets of a Black woman on the rise. We are sisters on the rise. And so today, I, the operator, will be hosting along with Becoming Jay, and we're gonna bring to you all of the nuts and bolts, all of the backstage information, and all of the juicy insider secrets of a Black woman on the rise. So grab your pens, grab your friends, grab anything that's gonna make you feel comfortable so that you can sit and enjoy. Cut out all the distractions, eliminate all of the excuses, and get ready, because we're about to get started with the secrets of a Black woman on the rise, BlackWoman Confidential. Hey everybody, aren't you glad to be here? I am super excited to be here. We are getting started with BlackWoman Confidential. I know you've been waiting. I've been waiting. Jay, have you been waiting?
I have been waiting.
Yeah, so this is the first day, right? This is running from March 22nd through March 27th. All week long, Monday through Saturday, you're gonna see Black women on the rise, or hashtag Black women on the rise, hashtag sisters on the rise, coming in front of you, giving you all of the secrets. Yes, all of the secrets, right? So why are we talking about secrets? Because those are the things that we wish we would have heard from our mom, from our grandma, from our sister, from our best friend, right? That we may not have had these conversations. So we're gonna get started. I am the operator, and I usually connect small business owners to the resources they need. Today, I am connecting you with the secrets, and I've got my sidekick here, Becoming Jay. So tell them a little bit about you.
Hey everybody, I'm Jay Murphy, also known as Becoming Jay, and I am a body positive health and wellness coach. I help women connect with their goals and learn how to use their bodies and move their bodies without the shame of diet culture. I'm so excited to be here because I'm all about supporting all things women, right? And how we can stand in our power and be the amazing, great creatures that we are. So I'm ready to get started.
All right, so we'll say to those people out there, if you haven't registered, if somebody just gave you the link and you hopped on and that's why you're here, we want you to head on over to blackwomanconfidential.com right now before we really get started and register. Why is it important to register? Gifts, bonuses, follow-up, extras, all the things. You have to be registered to stay in communication. So make sure that you head right on over there. Also, if you don't have your image yet, I know you've seen the images out there. If you don't have your image yet, you want to make sure that you grab yours and you post it up and then put the link blackwomenconfidential.com below it so your other sisters on the rise can register too. Where do you do that though? At blackwomenimage.com. Grab that image. So today we've got an awesome lineup for you. This is the Black Women of Power Day. And so we're going to bring the powerhouses to you all day long. We're going to jumpstart it right this morning session. We're going to go through and have some phenomenal people and topics, starting out with Jewel Tankard. Now, some of you know her from her own Jewel Tankard TV show. Some of you know her from Bravo, from Thicker Than Water. But we know that she's an entrepreneur. We know that she's a life coach. We know that she's a pastor. And we know that her specialty is bringing the concepts to you and delivering them in just the way that makes you feel like you've known her forever. So she's going to get things started this morning. We're going to follow that up with Obioma Martin. She is going to talk to us about being the amazing you that you are. And then Angel Riley, it's no secret the new me is coming out. The secret to embracing your Genesis is going to be brought to you by Davinia Coleman. And then the secret to crowning your inner queen by Kim Bullock Hennix. And then to finish us off this morning, we're going to be talking with Natasha Smith, the secret power of a poised mindset. Jay, tell me, how does that lineup sound to you?
Oh my goodness, it's amazing. Like, what better way to kick everything off and get ourselves in position to just really go out there and live in our full potential and take in all this knowledge. Like, it's great.
Yes. And so we want to say to you, if you're watching right now and you're getting started, if you don't have a notebook, we're going to ask that you go and grab one now. You're going to need a notebook, or if you're taking notes on your iPad or an electronic device, make sure you've got a special section carved out just for this. All week long, nuggets, 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 gems, gems, gems. There are going to be diamonds dropped throughout these days. And so to every woman who has done whatever it took to be a success, we want to honor you today and all week long. And we're honoring you all the time, but we want to say it to you right now because we know that you are women winners. There are women warriors out there and women wonders. Make sure that you're dropping information inside of the chat box to let us know, how are you feeling? If something resonates with you, make sure that you're notating that. We're going to ask you to just put Sisters on the Rise in the chat, hashtag Sisters on the Rise. Then we know this information is resonating with you. So we're going to go ahead and bring on up Jewel Tankard so that she can get you started on this day. Black Women Power. Woo!
Queens. I'm so excited that you guys are on with me today, and I'm so grateful for the fearless leader of this entire thing, Esther Spalding. She's an amazing woman and doing some amazing things, which is why you guys are on here anyway, because you already know she's doing a thing. But when I kind of look back at 2020 and now 2021, and I look at just all of the changes that happen in our nation, from racial divide, which was already here, right? It was just being exposed because of the virtual space and the digital space. We were seeing more, really, I think, what's already been happening. And then, of course, political upheaval and, 19, like the list goes on. Like, my thing is, girl, if you got through 2020 and you're in 2021, you already a beast. Period, right? End of the story. And so even though all those things were going on, we still saw huge opportunity. And I think there were huge advancements that were made and huge gains that were made. And I'm really grateful. I'm really grateful to God to be alive for such a time as this. I'm grateful that he called me, that he chose me. And I want to encourage you that he called you and that he chose you. And it's not an accident that you're listening even in this very moment, no matter all the things that are happening in your life, no matter all of the distractions, maybe things in your money, maybe things in your family, maybe things, in your body, I don't know, but God knows. And I just believe that if you're here, it's because you were called here to dominate. You were called here to take over. You were called here to win, and you were called here to win in a pretty big way. And so I just want to share some things with you that are on my heart this morning, or whatever time you're watching. But I'm really excited because I believe right now for the woman, the queen, that will pivot, that will say, you know what, here I am, God, take my life and do something fabulous with it. I believe we're going to see outpourings like we've never seen. And it does take some decision making, which is a part of being wealthy anyway, right? One of the biggest things that I've learned in becoming a multiple millionaire is that you have to consistently make decisions, right? Where most people won't make those decisions, you do make those decisions. And so one of the things that I do every day, as I'm here in my office, is this is my journal. I use this bad boy. And I want to encourage you to use it. And basically, you open it up, and every day, and I'm sure you guys have probably maybe done some of this, but maybe you haven't, but I really want to challenge you to do it because it works. And what I want you to do is get a vision for your life for 2021, right? So, and it needs to be in detail, like the most excruciating detail you can have. So for example, a lot of the things that I'm living in now, the beautiful 13,000 square foot mansion that I live in now, the pool that's being built right now in the back, the pool house, the gates, all of that, I got a vision for it. I had a vision for my life. And so you got to get a vision for your life because you're going to manifest. And I know you guys have heard this, but it doesn't necessarily mean that we always use it. So I have my pen here, and it's cute. Such a girl. I have my pen here in my journal. So every day I'm taking time, and what I'm doing, I'm writing down who I am and who I'm becoming. So, because one of the most important things that you can do is work on your confidence. Confidence is so important. And you might say, oh, I'm already confident. But everybody should be working on their confidence, like every day. It shouldn't just be I worked on my confidence, last year or the year before. Oh, I'm a confident person. No, because your confidence is connected to your esteem, which is connected to your worth, which is connected to your ability to produce and become most productive in society. And so so every day I write down, I'm beautiful, I'm smart, I'm vibrant, I'm energetic, I'm youthful, I'm excited, I'm adventurous, I'm spontaneous, I'm agile, I'm adaptable, I'm bold, I'm courageous, I'm strong, my immune system is flourishing, my mind is sharp and alert, I'm decisive, I know exactly who I am, I know exactly where I'm going, and I get everything I want. I say that over myself every single day. But not only do I say it, but I write it. So you're going to have to write the script for your life. Because if you don't write the script for your life, social media will write the script for your life. Somebody else will come and write the script for your life. So you got to make up in your mind, no, I'm writing the script for my life. I'm determining where I'm going to live. I'm determining how I'm going to live. I mean, I'm talking, like I said, down to the detail. We had a live-in that's lived with us. Pretty much, she helped us raise our children. Miss Velma Cooper, I love her forever. And she lived with us for about 16 years. And so last year she decided, children are grown. I'm ready to move on. And so she moved out and she helped me manage my home, clean my home. She was the bomb. So I was like, oh, Lord, I need another Miss Velma. Well, I didn't necessarily think that I needed somebody to live here exactly like when the children were here or whatever. But I was like, if I could just get a good housekeeper. So, and this sounds like it might be small, but I would have housekeepers come. I went through literally 4 housekeepers in the last probably 5 or 6 months. And I think this last one, I hope they work out. And so I wanted somebody that was kind of like foreign, just because I felt like they were clean and wouldn't be all in your business and stuff like that and really care about who you were or whatever. So I got these 2 Hispanic ladies. It's a mom and daughter. They're coming in, and they just completed their first week. Yay! But I had just kept going through them, and I think it was because I don't know, people sometimes get intimidated because of the size of the house. I think that was part of it. And then a couple of them took other jobs, whatever. So, but I wrote down in detail what kind of housekeeper I wanted. I wanted them to be detailed. I wanted them to be organized. I wanted them to be thinkers. I wanted them to just get to a point where they could come in and just keep all my space super organized, because I just had new floors put down, which I had a vision for that. I had beautiful, brand new polished porcelain white floors. They're gorgeous, but they're maintenance. But I had to get a vision for it. So now I manifested my floors. I manifested my housekeeper, right? And there's some other things I'm manifesting. I have a personal assistant, because this is what you got to understand. What happens is sometimes, especially for Black women, we feel like we got to do everything, right? We want to cook, we want to clean, we want to bake, we mama, we wife, we, all of that. But you've got to learn to receive help. And you get to a point where you have to pay for what you prayed for. You get to a point where you're like, if I don't pivot here, if I don't make this move here, I'm not going to be able to scale. So when you start talking about the vision for your life, you get the vision for your life, you lay out the life plan for 2021, and then you start rolling it backwards. And you start saying, okay, now God, who are all the people that I'm going to need to fulfill this vision? So I'm talking to you about these details because I think that the details of a big vision are just as important as the vision. Because if you don't get the details, you could just, how many people who have all this unrealized potential, they got so much potential, but it never pops because they didn't spend enough time with saying, okay, who's going to help me with that? Who's going to help me with this? And so I had a young lady on my team who was brilliant. And she just kept growing and growing and growing. She started off as my personal assistant. And then eventually our company, Billionaires Club, we promoted her to COO. So she's my chief operating officer. She runs everything. And so I got to a point where I needed a personal assistant. She needed an assistant. So anyway, I started writing down the details. I need somebody that's like this. They're innovative. They're a thinker. So I reached out to somebody else that owns a staffing company that actually goes to our church. We did the interview last week. Camille and I both did the interview, and Camille asked her, how do you feel about innovation? What does innovation mean to you? And so I talked to her about some things that were important to me. And now we're hiring. She'll be working here in my home office with me Monday through Thursday. But I knew that my business had gotten to a point that if I didn't bring that person on, that I wasn't going to be able to scale. Same thing with PR. I've had PR over the years, but I knew I got to a point in my business where it was time to bring on some PR. So now I brought on a new PR girl who started last week, and she's already doing well. So what am I saying? Why am I sharing this with you? Because one thing that I feel like the biggest thing with Black women in particularly, because we are so strong, if we do not get a revelation on collaborative efforts, partnerships, the right relationships, knowing when to hire somebody and bring somebody on, if we don't get a revelation of that, then our growth is going to be stunted. Because it is impossible for you to do everything. It is impossible for you to become everything to everybody. So in my mind, what I think is that let me spend time. What you need to spend time on is income producing activities. That's where your time needs to go. Income producing activities. So would you rather spend time doing laundry or doing a deal? Would you rather spend time making up beds or doing a Zoom? And not to say that you become this lazy bum by any stretch of the imagination, but understanding that you value yourself enough to know that I am worth it. Because one thing about wealth is it follows worth. Wealth always follows worth. So if you believe I am worth it, then I promise you the money will come. But as long as you say, I can't because of this, I can't because of that, I can't because of this, then you will live a life completely telling yourself no.